So we now officially have the brand new PlayStation 5 Pro getting a release date and an announcement trailer today. 9 hours ago, the video just dropped of the PlayStation 5 Pro, and we're going to talk about if it's worth buying, as we normally do on this channel. My name's Garrett. I mainly talk about PlayStation 5 on this channel. I'm your host today. Going to talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro, if it is worth buying. We're going to break down some of the information from the trailer given to us, break down what we already know and everything about that. So let's have some fun and delve deep into this topic. So what are the main differences between the normal PlayStation and the PlayStation 5 Pro? What are the upgrades? Well, the main upgrades are focused on three main areas. The increase of the GPU, we have better ray tracing, and AI-driven upscaling for better performance all around. With the GPU, they've promised 45% better performance. Will this mean better load times, faster speed, more power in terms of just general gameplay? Potentially, yes. That's what they have promised. 45% better performance with the GPU. The ray tracing, they're promising better shadows and better lighting, better reflections essentially with that. So in terms of general gameplay, already they're promising quite a large upgrade in terms of just general gameplay. In terms of the AI-driven upscaling, it is basically just making sure that everything is in focus. So things in the background that were out of focus are now in focus, essentially. It's all AI driven. Will AI get it wrong? Maybe, I don't know. But pretty sure that that just means that everything will be in focus. Will it matter to the general eye while playing these games? Maybe not, but it might just look more in focus for everything during gameplay. Everything normally looks pretty in focus already when you play a lot of these games. I've already had my mind blown by Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Returnal, Spider-Man 2. Everything still looks really good. And these just promise that extra level of improvements. 120 frames per second native, like they're not promising that. They're just going for fidelity and performance mode mixed together and having the best of both worlds, because fidelity mode is 30 frames per second, but it looks a little bit better. Performance mode is more 60 frames per second, but doesn't look as good as high fidelity mode. So they're sort of combining the two modes together to get the best of both worlds. Hannah Montana. That is great. But it would be even better if they could do 120 frames per second like I kind of wished for, because a lot of people probably wished for 120 native for the PlayStation 5, but they're just sticking to the 60 frames per second. Man, like PC, for example, we can go 120 frames per second, 240 frames per second native. It's a lot more expensive to get those results, for example. So having 60 frames per second native, like, it's still pretty good. It's just the best of both high fidelity mode and performance mode mixed together, which we already have with the original PlayStation 5. It's just an improvement on that. To make it something more worthwhile, it would have been 120 frames per second native. I feel like that would have been a little bit nicer to have, considering the price point of the PlayStation 5 Pro. 4K native instead of AI upscaling to 4K. That would have been nice as well. Even 8K, I guess, with the AI driven upscaling as well, like that would go into the 8K capabilities. Not everyone has like an 8K TV at this point. I don't have an 8K TV. It would be fun, but at the same time, I'm not sure even many people have 8K at this point. It is very, very expensive to get an 8K TV to be able to play games at 8K, and even then it is upscaled to 8K. It doesn't play 8K natively, and I don't even think the PlayStation 5 Pro will play 8K natively. It is just upscaled to 8K. In terms of the PS4 Pro, like the major difference was that it was faster, had a better GPU, had a better CPU. So we're hearing all this stuff again, but in a lesser scale to the difference. So PS5 Pro enhanced games will be a thing. They showed a lot of the PS4 library in this presentation, and I'm wondering if they are going to be doing a PS5 Pro enhanced library. So a lot of either the native PS5 games or native PS4 games will get PS5 Pro enhanced. That'll be nice. There's a whole game selection, like maybe Spider-Man 2 will get a PS5 Pro enhanced version or something like that. That would be really cool. I think that'll be a great improvement on the library. If they offer that, then that will probably be a little bit nicer. There's no disk drive native to the PS5 Pro. Do we get the choice of being able to add the PS5 disc later? Like, I don't know. I hope so. It's kind of like the PS5 Slim. Even with the design of the PS5 Slim, it's kind of like that, but a little bit better. So with the PS5 Slim, it's a bit smaller than the original PS5. So I'm wondering if the PS5 Pro will be similar size to the PS5 Slim, just more powerful. PS5 Slim has relatively similar performance to the PlayStation 5. It is just a little bit nicer because it's a little bit smaller, but there's some components that I don't necessarily enjoy as much, just because the general design of the actual component parts, like where they're actually put, necessarily, like more USB Type A ports would be nice. But anyway, excluding all that information, like just having a bigger midsection with the PS5 Pro, that is one thing I noticed, and it's got like these chunky parts coming out in the middle, which was very interesting. In terms of the stand, they're offering an external stand, which will be like an extra $50 probably in Australia. I've actually previously purchased it for that, but ended up trading it in because it's kind of rendered useless because the PS5, even the Slim, can stand up by itself, bro. Like, come on, look at it. Like, it is standing up by itself. We don't need these stands. More stability is good, but like at the end of the day, like this thing is standing up by itself. On its side, yeah, like it does need a good stand, but it comes with them anyway. They're just trying to upsell you on that stand, bro, and I don't think that's a necessity for the PlayStation 5. It does look nice. I do like the stand, but overall, you don't need it. I'm always an advocate for not spending more than you need. In terms of the PS5 Pro, not everyone's gonna need it. I think like a lot of people are just gonna need the general PlayStation 5. Original PlayStation 5 has everything you need. I love the design of it. Has multiple USB-A ports, has all of the technology there to do what you want to do with your gaming for the PlayStation 5. The only thing you're going to be missing out on is those PS5 Pro enhancements, which is just better CPU, better AI ray tracing, AI driven technology, blah blah blah. You're going to be missing out on all that stuff, but at the end of the day, to the general eye, I don't know if we're going to notice a difference, and it's a huge price leap to get to the PS5 Pro, and a lot of people in the comment sections for my videos have been saying, I'm waiting for the PS5 Pro, but now that you look at the price point, are you still excited for it? I don't know, like, that's the biggest challenge when thinking about buying this. Is it gonna be worth it? For me, yes. I'm a pro consumer for the PlayStation 5. I review these consoles. For me, absolutely, but I can't speak on behalf of someone that isn't a pro consumer. They're just a consumer of the PlayStation. It's up to you guys. You make your own decisions. A lot of people are excited about it, and that's fantastic. Will people absolutely buy it? People are gonna buy anything from Sony and PlayStation these days, to be fair. Like, things sell out relatively quite fast with the PlayStation lineup. Man, like anyone's gonna buy it. That's just the truth about it. But yeah, it's gonna have a lot of cool features overall. Those are overall like everything I know about the PlayStation 5 so far. it will be worth it for those advanced features, but for the price point, it's such a difference that it's like, man, it's $300 more to get the PS5 Pro. Man, it's quite a big leap, and the price point is the biggest influx of your decision making. Do you need the PS5 Pro? Maybe not for everyone, but for the pro consumer, yeah, like go for it. I'm gonna buy it to tell the difference between A, B, and C. We're gonna find out anyway. So have yourselves a good one. I'll see you guys next time.